all of the parties had their own god, what would he look like? What would he be? Right? So, here we go. And the reason that I picked that is because obviously we're sort of famous in this part of the world for being sectarian, right? So I thought it would, just make things worse. So, here we go. I'm going to read this article for you. And again, as I did with the websites and manifestos, I'm rating everybody's God. Everyone's getting a marks out of 10 for their how awesome or not their God is. So here we go. As the North, the Occupied 6, most of Ulster, 6 of 9, little Star Trek nerd joke there for you. Northern Ireland, or Ulu, call it what you will, it has achieved notoriety for its sectarian troubles in the past. I thought I would explain to you, dear listener, exactly who the gods were that caused this strife from their Olympian-esque thrones on the hill and their political affiliations. So, first up, Sinfin. As we all know, Sinn Féin have weaponised the Irish language, so much so that if you even speak Irish to a Protestant, they will either drop dead immediately on the spot or join the IRA, and not the good IRA, the bad one. They have harnessed the power of an amalgam of two gods, an unholy alliance, nothing to do with Naomi Long, of Queen Maeve and James Connolly. The ancient Irish god queen, and Connolly's admiration of Brehon Law gives this formidable omnipotent demon creature the ability to hypnotise through the spell casting of its Shinner acolytes, who can then spread out over social media and create sock puppet accounts in the thousands. Its greatest achievement by far, though, was the softening of the mighty demigod Paisley himself, which was in fact carried out by Martin McGuinness playing the wolf tones and lighting sage in his office when he wasn't there. Evidenced by the fact that Paisley's taste buds awakened, often ordered roast pork from the Stormont canteen. 8 out of 10. The DUP, a true Protestant god, fearsome and staunch, part Calvin, part Carson, part televangelist, and no more than 6,000 years old, making it one of the oldest in his pantheon of deities. This monstrosity literally has reinforced concrete legs buried deep into the bowels of the earth. One leg goes in through the Boyne Valley and the other at Drumcree, therefore ensuring it will never move, ever. And although at first its immobility may seem to the uninitiated as a major hindrance, but this is in fact its greatest and sole asset. The DUP god's unwillingness to move ensures continental drift speeds of progress for the rest of us. He has prophesied the return, 6th of April 2026. Ian Paisley's 100th birthday, in the reanimated earthly form of a giant zombie King Billy, and will kick out all the tags, the gays and the gay tags. All Protestants will have to convert to free P or roam the earth locking up swing sets in children's play parks. 7 out of 10. The UUP, by far no match for the Shinner and DUP gods in a fight. The UUP's divinity is half Lord Kitchener, half Prince George from Blackadder. Sunday services include learning to salute and saying, "How marvellous," when the Queen is on the telly. Young UUP god adherents must join the army and learn how to kill an Afghan shepherd with an Apache helicopter before coming home to take up politics, which after a lifetime of service of doing absolutely nothing, the UUP Yahweh, in the form of Lord Craigavon, bestows his heavenly blessings on the faithful in the hallowed giving out of the knighthood's ceremony. Praise be indeed. 6 out of 10. Alliance. Being a centrist god is no mean feat. In fact, God Alliance, for that is his name, is a hard one to pin down. Some aren't even sure he exists, while others are equally certain he does. Or is he a he? Maybe he's a she, or they, or that. Who knows, for it is written in the big David Ford book of stuff. This god's followers conduct services at random golf courses throughout the province, and are so considerate that they've gotten away with it since 1970 without once alerting anyone to their presence. A real achievement indeed. That said, golf is very popular these days, so perhaps the Alliance god is about to rally. We shall see. Either 3 or 9 out of 10, not sure. SDLP God. Not an earthly form, but rather a glowing mist made up of John Hume's decency and the wee grey bit in Colum Eastwood's beard. This God has seen better days. Once the most admired in these parts and even achieving great feats of strength, this God has a severe case of God fade, a mange-like illness that affects the great ones once their time has gone. The same fate is in the post for the DUP God. Gods are creatures of ego and thrive on eternal gaze and praise of us mortals, otherwise it's the God mange for them. In acts of desperation to remain relevant, they have even been known to reach out and form partnerships with other gods, but alas, even this won't save them from the inevitable. As Donald Trump would say, sad. 2 out of 10. Okay, so that's the big 4. Now on to a couple of the others. The people before prophet God. The people before prophet God, although a relative newcomer to this pantheon of greats, is an effective street-level fighter. Half Karl Marx, half Fred Hampton. The deity would be by far the coolest of the gods, if only for his tendency to wear high-vis vest and be seen carrying a clipboard asking for petition signatures for equal pay for dog groomers. The most high-minded of the gods, whose ability to see injustice literally everywhere is kinda cool. The first to arrive and the last to leave. Not good for parties, but great for pickets. 7 out of 10. The Green Party God. Everyone loves the Green Party God, easily the most powerful of all. Think of him as David Attenborough, a kindly godfather who speaks softly, telling everyone of the ways we are treating the planet like a dustbin, but managing to hold back unleashing unholy Armageddon on mankind, which would leave him alone on Earth with the animals. Which if he did to some of us, we may actually amend our behaviour, but instead we all agree with him. We are indeed scum. But there's no fucking way I'm washing out a bean tin whilst an American tank spunks off depleted uranium shells all over North Africa. 5 out of 10. With a loud clear bellow, the TUV God. With a loud clear bellow, this red-faced pedant of a god is loathed by everyone except for a few cultish followers, a tendency to rally red-faced gammon types with a seething hatred in their loins for everything that isn't them. Think John Bull wrapped in a Union Jack, shouting from his haunches at all and sundry. Appearing fearsome and powerful at first, you then zoom out and realise he's about 4'8", standing on a bin and no one is listening. 1 out of 10. Okay, and this is the last one. Ain-2. The Ain-2 god is one of the most frightening. Holding the appearance of a flock of wild nuns, the Ain-2 god is one of the many thou shalt not gods we have on this island, the denier of pleasure. Seeing a smile on a child's face has caused this god to unleash plagues on the unfortunate, known to force girls to wash rocks until their faces fall off. The Ain-2 god is a true horror, but thankfully another of the old gods that are on the wane. 0 out of 10. Ha! So there we go. The Gods of Ulster. So that's me. I'm done, everybody. Want to wrap this up. That was good. I enjoyed that. That was a lot of fun tonight. Thanks for Demo and the Rev and who else? Somebody else.